So I got an iPhone 16e, and if you don't know, this is not a new phone. It's actually a budget phone. But I'm going to talk to you and tell you some context and why I'm making this video and why this is the most underrated phone, especially in today's market and today's sort of the world we live in. I think this is an amazing phone that's flying under the radar. Now, to give you context, for the last 2 years, I've been navigating a tough job market. I was struggling financially, blah, 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 and it's been about almost a month that I started my new job, which is a good job that I'm able to, replace my old phone. But I wanted to preface this whole video by saying a lot of people, when they get a new job, they get the most expensive phone. A lot of people in my position, if they got the job that I have now, they would immediately get the iPhone Pro, the 17 Pro Max. Now, I'm not trying to be on a high horse, but I'm trying to just, shine a light on this amazing phone. But before I show it, this has been the phone that I've been using for the last 5 years. I've said this in a previous video. I broke this phone lifting weights in the gym not too long ago. It didn't always look like this. For about, I would say, almost 4.5 years, this phone looked pretty new. It wasn't until recently that I broke it. And I've been clocking into work with this phone. And every single day, more pixels die. And I was freaking out because there was a point where I was worried that I could not properly clock into work. And it would have been really embarrassing if I told my boss that the reason why I can't properly clock in is because my phone's fucked up. But luckily, because I work now, I managed to get this beautiful device here. This is a black iPhone 16e. It is very compact. It is very light. The display is amazing. You can't really see it, but it's an HDR display, and it is just amazing. Now, what I wanted to say was, I got this phone on Amazon. This is not a sponsored video. There's no link at the bottom. There's no referral link. I'm just being honest. This phone cost me $350. It is the 128 gigs. I don't have a lot of files, so that's fine. I don't download a lot of apps, so that's fine. This phone has the A18 chip, which is faster than the iPhone 15 and below. For less than $400, I get a phone that is technically faster than the majority of phones out there for less than $400. Now, we're not going to talk about the iPhone 17 because that's a new phone. But what I wanted to say was, I think a lot of people, when they get a new job, they automatically jump to getting a brand new, top of the line phone, and they justify it because of, psychology. I got this phone for less than $400, and I checked the settings. I might put a screenshot here. The battery health is at 100%, meaning this is basically a brand new iPhone. The battery health is new. It didn't deteriorate. The first time usage of this phone, meaning the first time it was turned on and activated, was in August of this year. It was manufactured this year. It's October. This phone is technically used. That's why I got it less than $400. I got it for $350. And the previous owner only activated it 2 months ago from filming this video, and now it's mine for nearly $200 or $300 off. $300 off, or $250. This phone, this beautiful piece of technology, this lightweight piece of technology that's faster than the majority of phones out there, is replacing this 5-year-old phone. And I think this is a good representation of how my life has been going for the last 5 years. I bought this during the pandemic. I bought this phone at a local T-Mobile store with the face mask on. And I got it in purple. I don't know if you could tell, it's purple because it was the only one they had there. And at the time, I really desperately needed one because just like now, my previous phone before this one was water damaged. So I bought this phone wearing a face mask in the midst of 2020, and this is the state of it now. Basically, what my life looked like. The whole back is cracked. You see it's shattered. You can kind of see it. And it took me to the point of being unemployed, job hunting for months and months, or years rather, and finally getting a decent paying job. And to me, after all that experience, I think this is the perfect phone that represents who I've become within the last 5 years. Because one, it's a practical phone. It's not flashy, it just works. It's lightweight. It doesn't need it doesn't need 5 cameras. It doesn't need to look like a spider. I'm not a photographer. I don't post on social media that much. Now I do have this YouTube channel, which is funny. I'm a content creator technically, but I still got this phone because I don't really make content using my phone. But there is potential for that. So I guess I just wanted to say, when you come into more money in your life, you just pause. Just ask yourself, do I really need a 4K, whatever, 60 megapixel, I don't know, like ultra high fidelity camera if you're not actually using it? There's so many people that have the top of the line iPhone and they don't have any utilization for it. They just want to have it. They just want to walk around knowing that they have 4 lenses in the back of their camera, so they don't look less than others. But it's like no one cares. No one's checking. Like when you go somewhere, are you scanning people's phones? Like, oh, that person has 3 lenses. That person has 2. This person has 1. If you are, that's kind of sad. But most importantly, if you care about what those people think, how many circles you have in the back of your phone, I think you got to reevaluate yourself. Maybe you need a little bit of maturity. You're probably still young. I am so happy with this $350 phone that was manufactured this year. And I've been playing around for it for a few hours, and I am very impressed. I can't believe you could buy something like this for so cheap. But anyways, this was just, I just wanted to, I guess, show and tell people. This is a show and tell video. I work in tech. I love technology and I love having nice things, but I think if it's unnecessary and you're not going to use it, you don't need to buy it. Because those small decisions, if you keep doing it and it becomes a habit, that money's going to add up. A phone here, a new graphics card there, a car here, a nice shirt there. Next time you get laid off, you're going to regret all of it. And I think being laid off several times, I think my mindset's a lot different. I think it's important to treat yourself, but within reason. But most importantly, if you've been laid off, there's a lot of layoffs happening. A lot of people don't want to be honest to the world or to themselves. But if you're financially struggling, or you're, jumping from one job to the other and things are a little bit unstable, and you're looking to get a new phone, get a used iPhone 16e on Amazon. Okay, I watched video reviews on this phone. The main criticism was that it was too expensive at $599, because the MSRP is $599, and I agree with that. But here's the thing, because of the launch of the 17, you could literally get this phone, this A18 chip iPhone, for $350. That is a steal. And I think the moment people realize this is gonna disappear from stock, from inventory. I'm surprised this was still there. This is a PSA and also a backstory about me getting a new phone. This is me from the pandemic era. This is me starting a new chapter in my life and the birth of this channel. Thank you to all the subscribers. uh, I think I enjoy making these like behind the scenes content, so you guys actually know some personal little small quirky details about my life, like what's going on with my phone. A lot of people don't talk about this. This was bothering me the whole like month because I was using this phone, and it was like I was stressed out. Imagine starting a new job, and then you have to clock in with this, and then you have to like, okay, before I end this video, the way I've been using this phone, because it's so hard to see, if the content above the first half of the phone, I had to interact with it. I couldn't do it because obviously the screen's messed up. So what I had to do was I had to take a screenshot. So if there was any menus I couldn't see, I had to take a screenshot, zoom it in, and move it to the bottom, and then kind of use that as a reference, and then close the picture, and then use it, like blindly use the top half. That was my life. That was my life for 2 months. All right. If you're struggling right now, just put in the work. You're not the only one navigating bullshit, because this is 10% of the bullshit I had to navigate within the last 2 years. All right, this is the surface of the iceberg. All right. Now, obviously, a lot of people have it worse than I do. All right, I had supportive people around me, and I didn't do this alone. But that being said, it wasn't easy either. But anyways, if you're looking for a new phone, go to Amazon, go to the Renewed store, check out the 16E. I am vouching for it here in this video. If you had any similar experiences or any added stress in your life, comment below. And thanks for watching. I'm going to cover more layoff news. There's a lot of things going on, so if you're interested in that, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.